know about the story of the very beginning, the time when there was nothing but God? What were some of the gifts that God created in the beginning that we still enjoy today? How did God feel about the gifts? God said of creation, "It is very good." This is the story of the gifts of creation. But there's another story that has been told, another story written down for all to remember of how it was in the beginning. It was in the time when God made the heavens. God made the sun and the moon and the blackness of the universe. And God made the earth. And God made a person, a man. God made the person from the dust of the earth, shaped and molded, and then breathed into him breath, God's own breath, and so gave him life. And from the dust of the earth, filled with the breath of God. But where would this man live? Where would his home be? In a garden. God planted a garden in the east where the morning begins, a garden named Eden, and it was a paradise. Here God made trees to grow, trees full and heavy with fruit, and important trees like the tree of life and the tree of knowing good and evil. Flowers and all green growing things were planted here in Eden. A river flowed through Eden to water the garden. And there was more. There were birds in the air and fish in the sea, and animals of every kind. Animals of every kind God made and placed them in the garden. Close your eyes just for a moment. Can you imagine what it must have been like? How beautiful it was? Try imagining your favorite kind of day in your favorite season. Make it a place outside with nothing between you and all that God created. It might be a warm summer day, and the breeze is warm and wraps around you like a soft blanket. You go swimming and feel the waves lap over your head. You break to the surface, and you hear the gulls calling, hello, to you, to each other, maybe to God. Now picture a place and a season and a time of the day. Can you see it? The sky? What is the sky like? Are there creatures near? What kind? Can you see them? Is it not full of things that delight you? This place that you are imagining? Now, open your eyes, slowly. This must have been something like that. Who would not have been happy there in such a garden? But something was not quite right. Something was still missing, for the man was lonely. There were birds and trees and animals, but there was no one else like him that he could take with, be with, touch, and love. And God knew. So one night, as the man was sleeping, God took a bone from the man's side, and from that bone, God shaped another person. When the man woke, do you know what he saw? Another one, shaped by God, filled with God's breath, like the man, but somehow different. Now the man knew what had been missing. He had been half, and now he was whole. Now he had finally found someone to talk to, someone to talk with, someone to work with as he took care of the garden and the creatures who lived there, someone to laugh with and cry with and love, someone to walk together with him as he walked with God in the cool of the day, in the garden of delight called